The Incredible Hulk TV show left an undeniable impact on pop culture. There's still plenty of people out there that think of Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno whenever the Hulk is mentioned. And I mean, it went on for 5 seasons and had 3 TV movies. However, he nearly went on even longer than that, as in the early 90s, plans were actually made to have Lou Ferrigno return as the Hulk in another TV movie called Revenge of the Incredible Hulk. So, what if it happened? After the cancellation of the Incredible Hulk TV show in 1982, Bill Bixby, who portrayed David Banner, would try to get the show revived a number of times. First with a planned crossover between the Hulk and Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man, however Universal shut down the project before it could get going. Now, in November of 1986, Marvel Comics' parent company, the Marvel Entertainment Group, would get bought out by New World Television. Bixby and Ferrigno were then brought back into the fold to star in a trio of direct-to-TV movies called The Incredible Hulk Returns, The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and The Death of the Incredible Hulk. Marvel would then be sold once again, this time to McAndrews and Forbes Incorporated, who were set to produce the 4th Hulk movie in collaboration with Bill Bixby's own production company, Bixby Brandon Productions. This 4th movie would have been called either Rebirth or Revenge of the Incredible Hulk, and once again would have starred Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno as David Banner and the Hulk respectively. Jennifer Walters was also expected to debut and might have been played by Mitzi Kapture of Baywatch fame, while She-Hulk would have been played by professional volleyball player and model Gabrielle Reese. Gerald DePago, who worked on the last 2 movies, was also expected to return again as a writer, while Bixby himself would have returned to the director's chair. Iron Man also might have appeared in this movie, though who would have actually played him is unknown, sadly. Now, supposedly, the plot of this movie would have centered around David Banner being brought back to Stark Memorial Hospital following his death at the end of the last movie. However, he'd be revived from the dead by Stark employee Leonard Samson. David would then soon discover that he's actually lost the ability to transform into the Hulk. However, he's soon forced by the movie's unknown villain to recreate the experiment on a bunch of unwilling subjects, turning them all into Hulk-like creatures, one of whom would be Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, who apparently would have had auburn hair and gold skin instead of black hair and green skin for whatever reason. David would then have to recreate his experiment and turn back into the Hulk once again. He would then team up with Iron Man to stop the villain, while She-Hulk escapes into the unknown, setting her up for her own spin-off series. Also, apparently in this movie, he would have had a brand new love interest, who would have been kidnapped at the end of the movie, and the 5th film would have seen him going after her. Now, another thing that should be noted is that apparently when he does become the Hulk again, he's actually able to retain his David Banner intelligence, not unlike what we have now in the MCU. A 5th film would have then occurred, where David would now be working with the government to try and prevent accidents like the one that turned him into the Hulk from ever happening again. However, a major issue that stopped this movie from happening were the ratings of Death of the Incredible Hulk. They just simply weren't as good as NBC were expecting them to be, not to mention the fact that the planned spin-off shows about Thor and Daredevil just never came to fruition, so it's sadly not that surprising to me why they didn't want to throw more money at a 4th film with no guarantee of success. Now, rumors would circulate for years that it was actually Bill Bixby's prostate cancer diagnosis that stalled the film. However, it has been pointed out that his health was actually still okay by that point, and it really was the ratings of the 3rd movie that would kill off the 4th. So what do I think of Rebirth or Revenge of the Incredible Hulk? Oh boy, okay, so there are things about it I like. I think it would have been really cool to see characters like She-Hulk and Iron Man even this far back. However, I can't help but feel that they wouldn't have been done right. First of all, She-Hulk being a different color. Why? Like, why would they even bother with that? Like, I'm not saying it can't be done with a different color just as well, but just why? Why would they even bother doing that? That's such a silly change. Do they think that gold is a more attractive color than green? skin? I bet that's it. I bet that's it. You know, I bet that they wanted to show off, you know, how attractive the actress was. I bet you that's what they wanted to do. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong about that. That's just my own theory about why they wanted to change the color of her skin. But, you know, I can't help but think that that's why they wanted to do that. And now getting on to Iron Man. So, something I forgot to mention in the main part of the video is that apparently Tony Stark would not have even been wearing the Iron Man suit. Yeah, so apparently he actually would have been remotely controlling the suit from a distance instead of actually wearing it, which I'm sure would have annoyed some people. It would have annoyed me. Like, I know he's done that before, but like, for his first appearance, like, that would be really underwhelming in my opinion, just honestly. And I don't imagine Iron Man would have gotten his own spinoff either. She-Hulk maybe, but I honestly don't think this movie would have done well, just in my personal opinion. Because, like, if Death of the Incredible Hulk didn't do well in 1990, and for the record, 1990, from what I can tell, was basically just another year of the 80s. It was just basically the 80s, and they still didn't really care enough to see it. Now you got a movie that's, like, properly into the 90s. Like, I can't imagine that movie doing any better. I think it would actually probably do even worse, honestly. And now I know that his death at the end of Death of the Incredible Hulk was really silly. He literally fell out of an airplane. Like, what a stupid way to kill off the Hulk. I'm sorry, that's a dumb way to kill him off. Now, if they wanted us to take that seriously, though, wow. I mean, talk about, you know, retroactively making something not good. I mean, it was already bad, but, like, if they wanted us to take his death seriously, then bringing him back would really undermine that, wouldn't it? So, you know, this movie doesn't sound like it would have been worth it, honestly. They would have gotten a lot about the characters wrong probably, sorry. You know, the ratings probably would have been very good at all. It would have undermined the ending of the previous movie. I mean, it doesn't sound like it would be worth it. I mean, the only reason I could think to make it would be that it would be Bill Bixby's last movie, I think. And I know Bill Bixby wanted to keep playing David Banner, and, you know, for that reason, I would have liked him to be able to play him again. But, like, you know, I don't like it. I can't help but get the feeling that this would be bad. Like, if a movie like this was made today with, like, a proper Tony Stark in the Iron Man suit, I actually think it would be not that bad. Like, I think that this would be pretty good by today's standards with the right people involved and with the right money involved. But this would have probably been pretty low budget, and it would have been made in the 90s, like the early 90s even. So, you know, before CGI had really taken over Hollywood. You know, I think this would have been made before Jurassic Park really changed everything. So, yeah, I just can't help but get the feeling that this would be a failure. I'm sorry. Like, the story's not that bad. I like the characters they wanted to get involved. I just don't think that this lineup in this time period would be a good fit for it. I can't help but get that feeling. But let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with that opinion. Also in the comments, give me more what-if recommendations about the Hulk, Spider-Man, or any other Marvel characters or any non-Marvel characters that you can think of, and I will try to do it. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with all of your friends and all your various social media platforms. And speaking of social media, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Rinzler_Productions, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to stay updated on all of my future videos. I upload new videos every single morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I'll see you all tomorrow morning in the next video.